clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Saints and the Jaguars, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. Leading him out, the quarterback from BYU, standing at 6'2", and that's Taysom Hill.
Remember when we used to talk about players being slash-type players? That's because they play so many different positions. Taysom Hill is a quarterback slash receiver slash running back slash special teams guy. You name it, he's able to do it. But many also think that he can be a full-time starting quarterback in the NFL.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Hill. And this one's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Hill. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence. On 1st down, Lawrence. Over the middle, he's got Chenault. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? They're able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Lawrence will throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And to throw again is Lawrence. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Lawrence. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Cameron Jordan, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. But that's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Second and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence, and a dump off here to Robinson. Call it a gain of a yard. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Arnold. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
The coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up fourth down.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, this is Kamara. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He'll throw complete there to Thomas.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
On side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is James Robinson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll run with Etienne, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
And that's why you spend a 1st-round draft pick on a running back, not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Etienne. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10. Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third down, Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Hill looks to throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Hill. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. After the sack on first down, Hill flushed out right. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. First down, it's Hill. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd and 10, Hill forced out to his left. And he will slide down, but a penalty marker down as well. And it looks like this is going to be all for naught.
I'm trying to understand. I just can't. I'm trying to understand.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, here's Hill. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A give. This is Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line.
The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Marcus Davenport.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt.
Marquez Callaway deep for New Orleans.
And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second and 11.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
From midfield now, Lawrence. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
It's some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Arnold. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Kamara, and he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime Minks had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. On play action, Lawrence.
His throw incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
And that's incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play, because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
They'll run here with Robinson. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Chark. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Saints. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, the return is Callaway. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Hill. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. K'Lavon Chason in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Saints on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Here's Hill. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Lawrence will throw. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, it's Robinson, and some room to work. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now Lawrence on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, and en route, going into a little bit of traffic, maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Caught by Jones. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And his kick here is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 9. And time, a huge factor. They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so twice in short order to have a shot. Hill. Now he'll escape to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. Now Hill. And incomplete on
deep ball. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Hill now to throw. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. Now it's Hill. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Devon Hamilton in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Hill. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. One last throw here for Hill. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did.